was thinking while driving, and I feel like I should make a video about van versus wagon living. And because I was just thinking how different life was living in the van than it is now living in the wagon. And there are definitely things that I liked better about the van, you know, that the wagon just doesn't meet up to. But I didn't really make a list or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of spitball here. But obviously the van was a lot better room-wise. The van felt more like a home. It felt more like a place, you know. It felt more like a living situation where I could sort of sprawl out. I felt like I could park for, you know, a few days until street cleaning, or until I felt like I was intruding, or, you know, whatever, and then I would move. And that was the van. It felt more homey, you know, and it felt more like a thing that I could just park and leave for a couple days and it would be fine. And I could ride public transit, you know, stuff like that. The car is a lot different. It's on the one hand, there's a lot less room for stuff, you know, so everything is even more minimal. I had to get rid of more clothing. I had to get rid of my a lot of shoes that I had, stuff like that, some coats. I put a lot of stuff in storage, but also it feels a lot more maneuverable. You know, I'm not staying in one place as much, which isn't really like a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. So van, felt like I could park for a while. Car, I feel like it's not that I have to move more, but since it's so small and there's less things in here, I spend a lot more time being out and about, which, like I said, isn't really a bad thing. Not really a good thing either. It's just a different thing. Other than that, you know, there's some obvious things, like in a van, you know, you can have a mini fridge, you can get a solar panel thing, you can have a propane stove, stuff like that. You could do that in here, but it would take up pretty much all of your room. You know, in the van, that was definitely really easy. And then just more storage for clothing. I mean, it all boils down to like the size of the vehicle, van versus wagon. So I do miss the van life. I really do. The problem is, most of my jobs that I have here require me to drive around a lot, require me to have a car that gets good gas mileage, things like that. Delivery jobs, reliable car, you know, things like that. So I have to keep the car, and I don't want to have two cars, so I'm just gonna have to do the wagon thing for a while. Now what I'm probably gonna do, and I hope this doesn't bum any of you guys out, but this is where I wanted to be. This is where I wanted to settle down. This is where I want to live for a long time. You know, I've always wanted to live here, and this is where the job that I wanted was, so I'm probably going to settle down and actually get a real place here pretty soon. I would say actually probably within the next month or two. I might still live in my car every once in a while, just for old time's sake. I might get a van once I move into a place that I can drive around and stay places in. I'm not sure. Regardless, I'll still be making videos. I'll still be making blogs, whether they're in the house or whether they're in the car. Who knows? I'll still have plenty of videos to come on this channel before that happens also. But then also I'll probably start doing vlogs maybe on my other channel on Polarbs, and there's still going to be short films up there and all sorts of stuff. So if you guys aren't following me on there yet, go ahead and check it out. I'll put a link below here. But yeah, guys, that's about it. I probably won't do a lot of editing on this video. I'll probably just throw it up because it was just kind of a random thought I just had popped in my head, van versus wagon living sort of comparison. So, all right, hope you guys have a good one.